Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. Today, I am planning out my monthly meal plan, and wow, what a month it is going to be. So it is even more important that I take the time to plan out my meal plan now so that I am ready for all the things that are about to come my way. And I am going to go ahead and throw a little decor down on the page so that I am drawn back to look at this page so that I use up some more of those monthly stickers that I printed, and just so everything for the month ties together. I did lean towards the bigger cherry blossoms for the spread just because I didn't want to spend a lot of time decorating or futzing around with those smaller cherry blossoms. So just a few big ones, and we're going to go ahead and move on to actually doing the work of planning out the meals for the month. I do want to mention that even though this video is about 10 minutes or so long, I probably spent a total of 45 minutes planning out this meal plan. And I did do a little bit of prep work before I started the video because I was looking for some meals that I could prep in advance since I know that I will be traveling a few times this month. I also know that even though I have this beautiful plan at the end, that I don't always follow the plan. So I do review the plan weekly and do my grocery list and go to the grocery store once a week as well. So I've done a little bit of research on make ahead meals. I've decorated my page. I've written in the days of the month, and now I'm just going to stamp March at the top, and we'll be able to get going planning the meals for the month. And in addition to wanting to make my family healthy, balanced meals and not get takeout, I do also want to try to clean out the freezer in the kitchen. So my goal is to try and eat as much of the food out of the upstairs freezer as possible because next month's goal needs to be cleaning out the downstairs freezer. So I also don't want to make too many freezer meals now when I want to use up what's in the freezer downstairs. So really the goal is just to try to eat what I can out of the freezers and then only make those meals ahead that we need made while I'm gone this particular month. I will be traveling for work and be out of town 1 to 2 nights. And I am taking a girls' trip with my bestie, so I'll be gone 2 nights again. And then my kids and I are going on a trip for spring break, and we leave on Sunday and come back on Thursday. But I will not plan meals for then. I will just ask my husband what he would like me to pick up from the grocery store on Saturday before I leave, and then he will be able to fend for himself. And before I catch any flack, yes, my kids are old enough to help with meals, prepare meals. They know a couple meals they could make. I still like to have meals prepped for them so that they can just throw them in the oven or cook them in one pan. I never know for sure, and they never know for sure what extracurricular activities are going to be happening or if they're going to have to study for a big test. And those things definitely come first. So I am more than happy to prepare meals for them if it means that I get to go do my thing without having to worry about whether or not they're going to eat a balanced meal that night. I am going to try to do a little bit of color coding. The first thing I'm doing is marking out my son's birthday in green so that he can pick his meal, but he can wait until we get closer to that date to actually pick his meal. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this light blue to plan out those meals that I'm going to prepare ahead of time for my family to have while I am out of town. And I'm trying to have a balance between meat and chicken so that nobody gets sick of eating similar items over and over again while I'm away. So my plan while I'm in Cleveland will be a pasta bake, and that is something that I already have prepared in the freezer, so I can go ahead and pull that out. Orange chicken is not already prepared, but I have plenty of chicken in the freezer that I can use to prepare this. Meatballs, I will need to go ahead and prepare ahead. And then we have sheet pan chicken fajitas, and I do already have a package of chicken tenders, so I will be able to just cut up some veggies and have that bundled with the chicken so that it is ready to go. I'll prep a sheet pan beef and broccoli meal, and my kids really like the cheesy tater tot casserole, and I do not like it at all, so this is the perfect opportunity for me to make it for them. Now I'm going to move on to pink, and the pink just signifies those things that I need to pull components from the upstairs freezer in order to meet that goal of cleaning it out. I will go ahead and have my husband smoke a pork shoulder this weekend so that I can get that huge pork roast out of the freezer. Normally, we will eat some and then I will take some and drop it off to friends so that we are not eating that big of a pork shoulder, but we like it. We just don't like it enough to eat it for more than 2 or 3 meals. And my daughter has been craving these Monte Cristo sandwiches from a restaurant that we have gone to in Hocking Hills, but we're not going down there, so I'm going to try my hand at making them on Sunday. Then I'll jump back to the freezer food. So Monday, we're going to have wings and shaved steak nachos because I don't have enough wings and I don't have enough shaved steak for the whole family to eat the same thing. So we'll kind of have like a mixed appetizer night. Then Thursday, I'll plan on teriyaki chicken bowls because it's a quick meal. Then I've been craving some of these Asian zing chicken fingers that I found a recipe for. So we'll try those on Saturday. It'll give me a little bit of time since I'm not familiar with that recipe, so I'm happy about that. Then we'll do a chicken parm, chicken nachos, some shrimp scampi, a crack chicken pasta bake, and then we will also do fish tacos on the 16th, although technically the fish is from the freezer in the basement. But looking at this, clearly I like to keep chicken in the upstairs freezer. I'm curious to see if there is a lot of chicken in the downstairs freezer as well. But as I mentioned, that is April's goal, and we will just stick to March for now. And then I like to go back through and just fill in and balance out the meat types, the prep time, and try to have a balance throughout the month. So I have been craving taco salad, so I went ahead and threw that in. Potato soup, since we don't normally eat soups when it's warm outside. So I want to get one more potato soup in before it gets warm. Lasagna on Sunday, and then I'll throw in some steak because my husband loves steak. I will just go ahead and leave a couple of nights empty because we will have leftovers or meals will get shifted. So I'm okay with having a couple of nights free. I do want to go ahead and write down those goals so that I don't forget what I am aiming for. So each week when I check in, I'll see these goals and it will help me to stay on track. So just as a reminder, the pink means to use meal or meal components in the freezer. The light blue is to prep ahead meals for trips. And then the goals, which I'll write down here in orange, are to clean out the upstairs freezer and then dinner out or take out less than 1 day per week. And that is just an ongoing goal for Q1. I will go ahead and take a few minutes and print out those recipes that I found for Make Ahead Meals. If you're interested in any of the recipes, let me know and I will drop a link to them down below. But thanks for joining me. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great March. Bye.